Network has baseball coming your way on a summer night at Oriole Park in Baltimore. Tonight, the rubber match of this three-game series between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Baltimore Orioles. Live baseball here on MLB Network, and it comes your way next. Jorge Lopez, the right-hander out of Puerto Rico, will be the starter. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
One of the things that jumps out if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down, try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a rough go of that so far this year. Let's see if he can turn it around in this one.
First pitch of the AB now. Joe Panic is in to start things out as he swings and misses at that one at strike one. Guys, the Orioles, as they begin play here tonight, it was another loss for them last time out, and that makes them 2-8 over their last 10 games.
Matty, we've seen some good baseball in the first two games of this set, and expect another close one here. Both of the first two games decided by one run.
You know, D-Roll, when you get in these series like this, when one run means so much, you like to be able to be the team to score first, but both these games have been very close, and it's going to boil down to who gets the big hits in the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning.
And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike two.
He obviously found a great feel for that breaking ball while warming up before the game. Leadoff hitter getting 2 curveballs is usually not the norm.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here now the 2-2.
Hey, I know the idea is to try to get the guy to swing on a 2-2 pitch, right? But that one was so low, I don't know anybody that would have swung at that pitch.
Hit out towards second. He's got it. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
Batting second.
Now a moment as we take a look at the Jays starting 9 for this one. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, I'll tell you, Joe Panic is someone I'm excited to see. He's an imposing figure with a bat in his hands. Always seems to turn in a good at-bat, and he can do a lot of damage when he barrels up the ball.
Next to hit, Jonathan Davis. He's gone 0 for his first 6 at-bats in the series so far. From the stretch. In there, no balls and a strike. And a sinker's in there for a called strike, and he forges ahead 0-2. Swing and a little blooper to center. Malaika ranges back, and he has it for out number 2.
Batting third, the center fielder, number 4, George Springer.
Here's George Springer. He's back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. First delivery to him.
Nope, that's inside.
Just underway in Baltimore. And that's in there for his strike 1-1.
Hey, that's just a nice get-me-over curveball there to steal a strike. I don't think he was looking for that one.
And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1.
Hey, after those 2 breaking balls missed, you have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
Now the pitch. And he checks his swing. Did he go around? Yes, says the first base umpire. Strike 2. Here now the 2-2.
Pretty easy pitch to lay off there, 2-2. Not even close to being in the strike zone. He made it easy for the hitter in that one.
Got him swinging, and that's the 3rd out. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays. Jays 0, O's coming to bat. You're watching MLB Network. T.J. Zoik will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
This guy's a pretty good pitcher, and I was looking through the stats, and one thing jumped out at me: a sub 1.20 whip coming into this start. That tells me a couple of things. One, he's not afraid to throw strikes, and two, when he does throw strikes, he throws quality, and he still gets people out. It'll be fun to watch this guy work in this one today.
Guys, as the Jays take the field here tonight, they come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Hey, thanks, Matty. Hey, you know what, D-Lo? Try to get on kind of a little mini winning streak here. Losing the first game of this series, winning Game 2, and hopefully winning this series by pulling one out here today.
Yeah, Dan, they were able to shower that first loss off in the first game of the series and had a nice bounce-back game yesterday. Let's see if they can steal a series right here.
And there's probably no happier person in the ballpark. Ken Grubb has just collected his first hit in the big leagues. And as is customary, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
Yeah, good for him, and congratulations. Listen, he's worked his entire lifetime for this moment, and he's obviously trying to play cool right now, but you can bet inside his head, he's on top of the world.
Austin Hayes is at the plate as he takes a cold strike one. Grubb on at first, nobody out. Lays off the sinker here, a ball and a strike. Time for a look at the umpires working this one. Behind the plate is Darryl Parker.
Well, D-Ro, Darryl Parker behind the dish, and you never really know what you're going to get from this guy.
Yeah, sometimes, and I'd hate to be mean and say he flips a coin back there because that's not the case. But as an offensive player, you have to find a consistent zone. You just can't.
The 1-1. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go of it at the plate with him.
Batting third.
Watching this at bat, it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you can tell these things and exploit them.
That'll bring up Ryan Mountcastle. He'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and one gone. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Runner at first here, 1 man out. High and deep down the left field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Here now the 2-2. And this will ricochet off of him on the mound. No chance to recover, and let's hope he's okay out there.
Batting fourth, the designated hitter, Trey Mancini.
So here's Trey Mancini. As he'll take a look at ball 1. The double steal is on here, and he fouls this one off. On a line, that's a base hit. Throw comes in quickly here, and that'll prevent the runner at third from testing things here.
Hey, after that base knock right there, he's into double digits, D-Ro. That's a 10-game hitting streak.
Oh, you talking about double digits, Dan? Now it's getting firm. We're seeing the batting average go up. We're seeing the homers go up. We're seeing the RBIs go up. Everything is moving north.
Anthony Santander, the next to bat.
He'll swing and lift a ball foul off to the left and out of play.
He comes in with that average down in the 240s, a dozen home runs and 30 RBIs. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Hard hit ball to second, and that's through. A base hit. One run is scored. Throw won't get him.
Hey, one of the things you want to do, Bureau, is strike early, and they've done just that with a big hit driving in too. Yeah, Dan, great to grab an early lead right there, especially when you can throw up a crooked number for your pitcher.
In now, Michael Franco, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Still only one out in the inning. Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike.
This inning hasn't gone the way he wanted it to, but it's not a total disaster yet. Sometimes pitching is about damage control, so if he can strand these guys out there, that would be pretty huge.
All even now, 2-2. From the belt, the pitch. Softly hit down to third, likely no shot at 2. And indeed, he'll not even try as he goes to first, and that means 2 men are in scoring position now with 2 away.
The second
now a moment here in Baltimore for the Orioles starting lineup. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, if you're on the mound, you better be careful with Michael Franco. He's on a nice stretch. That's 3 home runs in his last 10 games. He's swinging the bat really well right now, and by watching his mannerisms in the box, he just looks comfortable at the plate. He's in some kind of a groove.
In now for the O's, Pat Valaika. And the Orioles looking for more here in this game's opening frame. 1-0 the count. One ball, no strikes. Down the left field line and deep. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Next pitch will be number 24 in this long first inning. Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. This is on the ground over to first. Scooped up and will step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. Second inning upcoming from Baltimore. It's the Orioles 2, the Jays nothing. So here's the cleanup hitter, Lourdes Gurriel. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season.
Hey, Matty, they need to get some offense going in this one. Getting a run back in this inning, give them a little bit of confidence that they can keep up in this game.
Here's the first pitch to him. And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Hey, boys, you talking about getting your ace swing off right here? That's what it looks like. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
Got him.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. 44. Not much you can do with that pitch.
Rowdy Tellez the next to bat. As he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike 1. The average for him at 267 on the year. 15 long balls and 41 RBIs. Comes set and the 0-1. Fooled with the curveball there, and it's strike 2. Tellez, a California-born ball player. He was taken in the 30th round back in the draft of 2013.
Hey, this guy's got a chance to be an absolute steal. Being drafted where he was, there are definite signs that he has a chance to make an impact at the big league level.
And there's a base hit on the line.
What a nice piece of hitting right there. Didn't try and do too much. Stayed on the attack, kept his hands inside the ball, and took what the pitcher gave.
Stepping in now, Marcus Semien. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Hayes on the run for it. He gets there, and that's the second out. Now to bat, Rendell Grichuk. He's fighting to stay on that AL home run leaderboard as he finds himself ranked number 10 in the league entering play here today. From the stretch, here's the pitch. As he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. Tellez, the runner at first with 2 gone. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
You could tell by the hitter's balance after that swing that he's seeing the ball really good. His timing is right there, and I expect him to catch something clean.
And the pitch misses low and away for ball 2. Grichuk puts a good swing on it. This ball's carrying well to left. And this one is gone. A home run. Rendell Grichuk, a 2-run shot, and even 20 home runs for him now thus far, as the Blue Jays have rallied back to tie it at 2.
That's one of those pitches you wish you could take back as soon as it leaves your hand. But guess what? There are no delete or rewind buttons in baseball. That's a mistake, and it was a good job by his opponent to make him pay for it.
Standing in now, Bo Bichette. A ball and no strikes. First chance for him here after appearing as a pinch hitter in the game last night. Who pulled the string and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike. Hit the target, but this is low, 2-1. Seared down the first baseline. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. We'll go to the bottom of the second, and we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. So now here is Freddie Galvis. Couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night.
The shortstop, Freddie Galvis.
Now here's the first offering. Lifted the other way out to left center. Left fielder giving chase. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
Batting ninth, the catcher.
All right, guys, here's the defensive alignment for the Toronto Blue Jays today. And let's focus our attention on outfielder Rendell Grichuk. It's the ability to put it together every day on a consistent basis that's going to separate this guy from superstar to average big leaguer. Look for him to make an impact on one side of the ball today.
Pedro Severino digs in at the plate as he rips it on the ground to second. And that gets through for a 1-out base hit.
Hey, this guy's been slumping at the plate. Saw his average fall below 240 prior to this at bat. That knock had to feel good.
Into the box, Ken Grubb. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Ground ball right side. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit. And that runner will hold up at second with 2 aboard now.
Wow, and the hits just keep piling up. Take a look at the numbers here. That's already 6 hits, and we're only in the 2nd inning. We'll see if they can keep this up as the innings go on.
And now in the box, Austin Hayes. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat. First pitch of the AB now.
From an offensive standpoint, this is where you got to push the throttle right here. You've had a couple hits in the inning. You got a 1-0 count leverage. Let's see if he can gap some.
On it's tailor-made to short. 6, 4, 3. It's a double play and the inning is over. Clearly enjoying their time here at the ballpark, as are we. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. The batter will be Alejandro Kirk. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one. He's set and the pitch. Little tapper down the first baseline. Now the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
That hook stayed up in the zone. You can see he struggled with that curveball early. He's trying to find that release point with his off-speed pitches. Love to see if he can find the feel for that thing moving forward.
Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
Wow, fastball up and in. I'm not sure it was intended to be that far up and that far in, but message sent. Beware.
And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
Now the payoff pitch home, and he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
That's an excellent at bat right there. Fell behind it early, 1-2. Didn't panic or start chasing pitches out of the zone. He's able to lay off 3 pitches in a row, and he's standing on first with no outs. That's a great job.
Here's Joe Panic, as he'll take a look at a sinker here, too low for ball 1. Second appearance here, he grounded out to start the ball game. The 1-0.
When hitters are able to lay off curveballs and get themselves into good counts because of it, you're in pretty big trouble as a pitcher. A lot of guys rely on their opponents offering it that pitch, even when it's not in a good location to hit.
3-0 now.
Right back into a good hitter's count now after what was a pretty dreadful second inning. He's got to start throwing a lot more strikes. Quality strikes would help too.
Here it is, the 3-0.
Great job by the pitcher right there, changing eye levels. We all know he's a sinker ball pitcher, but if he could throw some four-seamers up in the zone like that, it could work for him.
The 3-1. And boy, that misses as well. It's back-to-back walks to start out the inning.
Yeah, the pitching coach would hate to go to the bullpen this early in the game, but sometimes you have no choice. On the flip side, he might just get in his face a little bit out there, try to challenge him, wake him up from his funk. Either way, we'll see how it works.
Digging in next, Jonathan Davis flew out last time up. First pitch on the way as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. The 0-1 on its way.
Oh, that's all.
He's already walked 2 in this inning already. This guy just can't seem to find the strike zone.
A 1-1 home is looked at for ball number 2.
あれやっぱ今日発売してたんやな。明日言うから。明日か思った。なんか売ってるっぽいな。いや、こっち売ってない。どういうことや。あっちのは先行販売。そんなことあるんか。
Stepping in for the Jays, George Springer struck out in his first at bat. As a look, now the pitch. Popped him up.
あー、やばいやばいやばい。取るんかい。
Up next for the Blue Jays, the left fielder, Lourdes Gurriel.
Stepping up is Lourdes Gurriel. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Hey, this dude's clearly capable of clearing the bases with one swing. So I think the approach to this guy is try to keep the ball off the plate. See if they can get him to chase something.
1-0. Here it is. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down and away or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the harder plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
3500円か。手頃やな。6時にリリースか。プレステ出てないんやけど。
Here's the 2-1. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Kirk over at second. Panic at first. 2 out in the inning. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate. And he'll have another shot at it here. The 2-2. Hit on the ground. Fielded by Galvis. Throw on the first is in time, and the Toronto rally goes for naught as the inning is over. Couple of walks, but no damage. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. And now here is Ryan Mountcastle as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
The left fielder, Ryan Mountcastle.
He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. There to play it is Grichuk, and that's the first out.
Up next for the Orioles.
Now at the plate, Trey Mancini collected a base hit his first time up.
Yeah, Matty, pressure's off right now. He extended his hitting streak that last plate appearance. Now he gets to get back into his zone, work on his craft, and try and drive something again.
あれが3500円やったら、プレステで4000ぐらいするんかな。4000何ぼかしそうやな。同じ値段ならあれやけど。
Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. 1 out, nobody on. Chopped weakly to the right.
なんでそもそも6時に出てないかが謎。
The job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. The 2-2 one more time. Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. Solo shot here to left. Home run number 15 for him thus far. As the Orioles move in front here 3-2.
あっちが対応なら対応してるはずやけどな。多分。
Now batting, right fielder, Anthony.
To the plate now, Anthony Santander. Ground ball right into the shed. The shed picks it up cleanly. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Third baseman, number 3.
So next to hit is Michael Franco. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. High and deep to right center. And he gets there, makes the running play, and that ends the inning. Let's get a run thanks to the long ball. We played 3 full, and Baltimore has taken a 3-2 lead. Start of the 4th upcoming, but first, Heidi Watney standing by with a report.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Blue Jays to discuss his thoughts on his team's lineup so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. It's still pretty early in the game, but they've seen a lot of pitches already, and he thinks the 2 runs they've pushed across so far is just the beginning, given the quality of the at-bats they're putting together.
Thank you, Heidi. So stepping in is Rowdy Tellez. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th. First pitch coming. Here it is. Nope. The 1-0 home. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike. 1-1. A 2-1 count to the Blue Jays first baseman.
You know, what I'm seeing here is a reluctance to throw the fastball. It's like he thinks he can't throw the ball right by him right now.
The 2-1 home.
Wow, not sure what you're looking for right there, but that one was pretty much middle, center cut. Tough pitch to take.
And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out.
Well, I'm glad we get another look at that beauty of a pitch right there. You can't spot a sinker in a better location because even if you do get the bat on the ball, there's not a whole lot you could do with that. Textbook sinker.
At the plate now, Marcus Semien, as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Flew out in his only at-bat so far. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Struck him out.
入ってんかい。
Up next for the Blue Jays.
So now to the plate, Randall Grichuk trying to avoid becoming the third strikeout victim of the inning here.
Yeah, and he wasn't fooled at all by the changeup last time. Kept his hands back and absolutely destroyed that ball. So I got to think he's not going to see a changeup in this scenario right here.
0-1 the count.
And the pitch.
1 ball, 1 strike.
こういう見下ろし系おもろそうやな、やっぱ。ああ、入った。この人よう打つな。
And gone. An absolute bomb. Randall Grichuk leaves the yard with a solo shot. His second home run of the game, and the Blue Jays are back to even now, tied 3-3.
Second home run of the game right there. He is locked in at the plate. You hear so many of today's players talk about rhythm and timing. Well, he is perfectly on time in the heart of the zone.
Now batting, shortstop, Bo Bichette.
At the plate, Bo Bichette, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. A swing and a ground ball to third. There is Franco over to first, and that retires the side.
8
But the
月
Jays
が
are
3、
able
4
to
そ
tie
う
things
か。
up thanks to the solo home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up, and we are all tied at 3 apiece. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th.
Leading off.
Next, the dangerous power threat, Pat
The second
Valaika.
baseman, Pat.
Now here's the first offering, as he'll watch a slider that runs out of the strike zone away for ball 1. In tight with the single.
今のボール。
The 2-0 on the way.
あ
And that's through for a hit. So the Orioles get their leadoff man aboard to start the inning.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
If you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
He's 0 for 1 thus far. 1-0 count. Here it is. Popped up. Simeon might try to make a play on it, and this is going to be a foul ball. The 1-1 misses. Ball 2. Won't go after the 2-1 sinker, and it's 3 balls and a strike now.
Hey, he's had great command all day. Want to see how aggressive he is in the zone.
Yeah.
And he will take ball 4. First and second now with nobody out.
The catcher, number 20.
Ready now is Pedro Severino. Singled in his
う
last at
ん、やっ
Yeah,
と
they take
か。
another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
First delivery to him. And he popped him up. Tellez trying to get there. And that's going to land foul. Here comes the 0-1. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Left fielder giving chase. He makes the catch. And the runner from second will tag and head for
やられ
third.
てもうたな。
And he'll indeed move up 90 feet.
まさか行くとは思ってなかった。
Now with one away.
Good read there at second base. He could make it to third on the flyout.
いやー、うまいこと走りよる
So the lineup flips over and
な。そんな速いわけでもないのに。
and their runners at the corners now.
迷わず三塁行ってるよ。
First offering on its way.
それは予定外やな。
The 0-1 pitch takes a pass and misses. That's strike two.
Big pitch coming up right here. He'd love for a ground ball or a strikeout.
3 runs, 8 hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far. Inside, as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2.
今のは当たってない。あーっと。
Looked like the sinker here, but a good job of knocking this thing down. High in the air down the right field line. And that will end up a foul ball. And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change.
あー、持っていきよった。あーあー、スリーだ。メジャー第1号でて。ケンさんやります。打たれたか。
Dreams exactly this. Watching the ball disappear over the fence, then circling the bases in a big league ballpark. He'll be replaying that at-bat over and over in his head. And now his phone's going to blow up. He'll be calling his parents, his buddies. Everybody's going to be talking about this one.
メジャー第1号か。あー、さすがにまだ無理やな。
Austin Hayes the next to bat. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. And he lays off for ball 1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Hard hit ball to second.
あー、でも取られんか。ライトゴロは無理。だいぶ飛びついたけど届かんな。
Ryan Mountcastle, no balls and a strike to count.
この回は投げてほしいんやけど。あー、やばいぞこれ。あー、また打たれた。これあかんわ。
So a 2-run homer down the line in left. Home run number 9 on the year as they open it up to
打たれすぎですわ。
Well, one of the narratives of today's game has been driven by the long ball. We've seen these squads go deep a combined 5 times in this one.
Matty V, this is turning into home run derby part 2. D-Row, 5 bombs already in this one.
There's a fight in the bat rack for both teams right here. A lot of mislocations right out over the heart of the plate, and neither side is missing.
Here comes a Toronto skipper out toward the pitcher's mound. And we're going to see a pitching change as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. Probably wishes he could have gone a little longer, but the move's already been made, and he's off to the showers. Rafael DeLeese answers the call from the pen here in the 4th as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter. And here's the big right-handed power threat, Trey Mancini. Strike 1 to start the at-bat.
5点差か。
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1.
なかなかきついな。
That one finds the target on the outer half. It's 1-2. Now here's the pitch. Popped up. Tellez in foul ground. And no one will track it down. Here's another 1-2. Hit in the air down the right field line. Right fielder giving chase. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. The Blue Jays are into their bullpen now as there are the final numbers for their starter. Not the night he or his club were hoping for.
Yeah, nothing seemed in sync for him out there in this one, Matt. He just couldn't get the ball where he wanted to, and the opponents really took advantage of that. That's a brutal feeling sitting in the dugout. Know that you disappointed your team and you went out there and laid an egg.
2 out, nobody on. Fastball called for strike 2. That's the splitter there, but it misses. 1-2. Pitch on the way. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Bichette's got it.
Short goal. Second goal.
Took a while as the inning is finally over. Another good inning for the O's. Fans like it too. Back with more on a Thursday night following this. All set for the start of the inning, and next to hit is the catcher, Alejandro Kirk.
Alejandro Kirk.
Here's the first pitch. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. The pitch.
Oh, wow. よう取ったな。良い試合兼ねて負けてますがな。打たれまくりで。オリオールズ強すぎですな。今の強烈やな。あーって取るんかい。内野安打。
So now to the plate, Jonathan
Davis. Body.
And there's a swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch to start him out. 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a liner.
Oh, 落ちろ。
And that's in there. Base hit.
Hey, I like this right here. Offense putting a little bit of pressure right here on the defense.
詰まりながらもセンター前。
If somebody can catch a gap or maybe hit one out, we got a chance to get back in this ball game. We might have something here.
George Springer the next to hit.
あー、いたー。スリーラン。素晴らしい。第10号。ランナー貯めてからドカンと。2点差か。こりゃ分かりまへんな。今のもなんかインコースやったけど、うまいこと畳み込んで打ちましたな。
Next to the Blue Jays, the left fielder,
into the box, Lourdes Gurriel. As he'll take a look at a curveball that misses wide.
ハードオブフェイムでも打てるもんです。レジェンドの一個手前ですけど。いやいやいや、今のボールやんか。完全なボールですよ、これ。どこ見とんやっていう。 どう見ても 100% 外れてるね。
Swing and he takes this the other way to
Ah,
right.
これは
Hang up just a bit as it's taken in chest high for a tough second out.
Boy, sometimes they say
Right
hit it hard,
line
good
now.
things will happen. Well, that's not the case right there. That was a bullet that just stayed up and is caught in the outfield.
Into the box now, Rowdy Tellez, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. And it's quickly 0-2. And he'll try and tempt it with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
まだ投げるんよ。
And he strikes it out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as the side is retired. But the big blow of the inning comes right here, a 3-run home run. Halfway home tonight from Oriole Park. It's the Orioles 8, the Blue Jays 6. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watt.
くるくるタイム
Matt, I had
か。
a chance to discuss the state of the Orioles offense with their manager between innings, and he was very pleased with how little they're swinging and missing right now. He said that top to bottom, his guys have impressed him at the plate. He loves that they're into double-digit hits, but just as much, he's thrilled to see that they've only struck out 1 time. That's impossible to sustain, but it points to the team's incredible focus at the plate.
All right, Heidi, thank you.
For the Orioles,
Set now for the
third
bottom of the
baseman,
5th, and that means Michael Franco, the third
Franco.
baseman, will bat next.
はあ、あ
Ball,
と
no
は
strikes
抑え
to
て
count.
くれりゃええけど、よう打たれるからな。
Here's a blooper out toward left center. Bichette onto the grass. He's there and records the first
せっ
out.
かく2点差まで来とる
So
から。
next to bat will be Pat Valaika. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame.
いやー、入っ
Close
てない
there,
か
but。he doesn't get the call with the breaking ball. A swing
Ah,
and a
yeah.
drive sent out toward the gap.
また持って
And
きよった。
goodbye. This one ain't coming back.
ほんまによう打つな。
So a solo shot here to left center field. Home run number 9 on the year as they jump ahead by 3. This one has turned into a slugfest of Ruthian proportions. 7 combined big flies. You guys remember seeing anything like that in a while?
Dan Plesac, somebody, please stop the bleeding. This pitching staff on both sides are getting absolutely embarrassed.
This is one of those days, D-Lo, when you sit and watch this game as a bullpen, you see this starting to unfold on both sides of the plate. This is one as a bullpen guy, you're sitting out there going, oh, Mr. Wizard, I don't want to be a pitcher today.
Stepping in now, Freddie Galvis
よいしょ。
shoots this one over to first. Throw gets him 2 down.
the
Well, if you're
catcher,
going to bobble the ball,
28,
you have to hope it's when a guy is lumbering down the base path. He's no speedster, so that was a good job to stay calm and make the recovery throw.
No balls and 1 strike.
いや
And he checks his swing. Did he go around?
ー、よう
Yes,
振っ
says
た
the
な。
first base umpire. Strike 2. A ball and 2 strikes to the Baltimore backstop now.
Got to count 1 and 2.
That was a nasty sweeping slider right there. If he was able to just catch.
High and deep to left center field. A ball that's carrying. On the
Giri
warning
giri
track,
ka.
he makes the catch. But add on 1 more as the solo shot stretches their lead even further. 5 innings complete. It's now 9-6. Cole
Ladies and
Sulcer
gentlemen,
takes
your
over to
attention.
start the
Yeah,
6th
to
inning
call
on the
it.
Now
mound.
pitching for the Orioles, number 54, Cole Sulcer.
And stepping in, Marcus Semien struck out in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
Behind on that one, now behind in the
未
count,
だに出て
0-1.
ないやな。
Now here's the pitch.
Ah, 入ってるわ。
Strike three, and there's the first out of the inning. Randall Grichuk stands in looking for home run number 3 right here as you see what he's done so far in this one.
デイビスおらんから大したことないや。ファールやないか、ファールか。あ、
And now a right-hander up and throwing in the Baltimore bullpen.
その割にはよう打ちますけどね。
And it's fouled away. Sulcer offers up
打っ
perhaps
て
one
も
of the
打れる
nastiest
から追いつ
sliders
かへん
around,
な
and。it won't be uncommon to see a lot of off-balance swings against it, and it'll be easy to see why once you see it come out of his hand. He's got a huge break on it.
2 balls, 1
And
strike.
here's a fastball not close as he runs it to 2-1 now.
クリス・デイビス。
Ball
Just a
3.
bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the call. A full count, 3-2 to Randall Grichuk.
I think it's about time to choke up on that bat and get that foot down. He's awfully tardy right now.
ストレートが多いな。ああ、スライダ
Count remains full. And
Yeah,
that's
sure.
outside. He lost him ball 4.
ー。これはボールや。
So a runner at first now with one away. In to bat next, the legacy Bo Bichette. From the belt, the pitch. A ball and no strikes.
とにかくボールを振らんように。
Purpose to get a double play. Good job
ラン
to
ナ
let
ー溜め
that
て
lie
ド
that was
カ
ahead.
ンと。
And he misses again, 2-0.
Clearly working the bottom of the zone, trying to get a ground ball for a double play.
おわっと、危ないな。
3-0.
顔の方行った。さあ、真ん中来るかな。真ん中ストレート。ああ、おー、危ない危ない。ちょうど抜けていった。
You know, Dero, the old school thing.
最悪のダブルプレーかもしれない。
Like this guy, any way you can get on a little jam shot, even though it wasn't pretty, maybe this could get this guy finally going.
さあ、このキャッチャーか。小柄なキャッチャー。
Alejandro Kirk is in for the third time now as he takes the ball outside. It's 1-0.
ほんまに体ちっこいな、この人。
Bichette at first, one gone. Lifted in the air
あ
towards left center. Hayes on the run for it. He gets there to put
ー、
it
タッ
away.
チアッ
The
プ、
runner
タッチアッ
tags and
プを
breaks
し
for
た。
third. And he'll take those extra
強引
90
に
feet.
行
So
く。
put runners at the corners now with 2 gone in the inning.
さあ、ここで打ってくれりゃええけど、
Stepping in, Joe Panic.
スリーランでも OK。
Spot here, 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 6. Fouled off.
これでスリーランやったらすごいですよ。さすがにないか。せめてヒットぐらいは。
Again, another foul ball.
ボールやな。
Runners on first and third, 2 away. Line drive to center field.
お
And
っ
a
しゃ。
base hit, and that'll get the run
最
in from
低限
third.
のヒットは打った。
Boy, Dero. So close to getting the strikeout there.
さあ、2点差や。
And didn't throw a good enough breaking ball there with 2 strikes.
真ん中スライダー。
From an offensive standpoint, you try and pick up that red spinning dot that constitutes slider coming in there, and then you hope it doesn't fall off the table. He was able to get himself inside that baseball and get a ribby hit.
Jonathan Davis is in with 2 here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike.
もう1点欲しいな。スリーランで逆転も面白いですけど。どこでどうなるかわからん。これはボールや。
Lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball and play hard.
さあ、真ん中ストレートコンかな。
Doesn't love hitting in fastball counts like 3-1. It's usually a pretty fruitful count in terms of getting a pitch to drive.
おっと、入れ入れスリーラン。ほんまに入った。ほんまに逆転スリーラン。よう入ったな。なんか詰まってるっぽかったけど。あれを持っていくか。すごいな。まさかひっくり返るとは。なんか詰まってるように見えたけど、意外と伸びましたな。ついに逆転か。どないなるかわからんのが野球ですな。ハール・オブ・フェイムでよう打てるもんやな。まさかの乱打戦やな。
Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes.
ああ、これはか。
In foul ground, but this will land untouched. 4 runs here in this half inning. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2.
Well, there's the classic 0-2 wasted fastball. Not even close to the zone. We'll see what he throws on the next pitch.
Back to the fastball, but it's upstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get this guy to go fishing right here and drop some speed pitch in the dirt.
3 balls and 2 strikes to the Blue Jays center fielder.
さあ、真ん中来るか。
3-2 pitch.
いやー、スライダー。
Struck him out. But 4 runs score in the inning, 3 coming right here on the 3-run home run. On to the bottom of the 6th. It's the Blue Jays 10 and the Orioles 9. Striding in is Ken Grubb. He'll have the opportunity to kick things off.
新人の天さんがよう打つからな。打ちすぎやろ。
Here's the first pitch to him.
They'll take that first pitch strike all day long. If they're going to take 0-0, he's going to pound that zone and get ahead. Much more susceptible down 0-0.
Here it comes. And he'll look at a fastball just off the black, and it's even at 1.
ハヤンプスか。うわあ、また打ちよった。4打数4安打。ああ。どんだけ打つんや。
To second now with nobody out.
Man, that's got to stink for the pitcher and his teammates. They just get on the board
and
themselves looking for a shutdown inning so they can get some more runs on the board. But instead, this guy blasts a leadoff double. Getting that shutdown inning is going to be a lot tougher now.
At the plate now, Austin Hayes.
ああ、弾いてもた。こっちも弾けよった。また追いつかれた。完璧に打ちよったな。
watched it. He had an idea of the pitch.
あ、よう打たれるな。
Boy, he sure turned it loose and buggy whipped that one.
中継ぎがもう止められへんか。
Number 56, Ryan Barucki.
まさかこんな乱打戦になるとはな。よいしょ。そのままグラブトスか。
As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Into the corner and slicing foul.
なんやかん1時間超えてるやん。6回で1時間ってなかなかやな。
And another foul ball. Another one sent foul.
Ah, やばいぞ。あー、取れんかった。ちょい揺れたな。もうちょい横やったな。わお。
So now to the plate, Anthony Santander. He'll take a look at a slider that can't make it back to the corner. It's ball one. A couple of RBIs for him already, and a chance for more here. Here's a chopper inside the infield. On to first, and that'll do it as they manage to not let this inning get out of hand.
にしてもよう打つな。ああ、今日ノーヒットか。
Oscar Hernandez is up off the bench as he'll pinch hit here to start inning number 7.
Number 37, Oscar Hernandez.
From the stretch.
ようやく7回か。
19 homers, 39 driven in. Drilled on the
Yeah,
short.
short of
Alvis is there. On to first and a big out to start the 7th. One gone.
Now batting.
Next to hit is Rowdy Tellez. His prior history versus this arm, not a big sample size, 0 for 1. Now the first pitch. Below the knees, one ball, no strikes. One out, nobody on. That's wide, 2-0.
これはボール。
Well, this is a spot you'd like to be in. 2-0, good hitter. He's going to turn it loose right here.
3-0 now.
Well, he was definitely looking for
Ah,
this ball here,
naka
and he
kong.
got one. But that was good discipline to lay off and get himself into a 3-0 count.
Fouled away. The 3-1 pitch. And he lays off. Ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Now batting. Third baseman, Marcus Semien.
Now at the plate is Marcus Semien. He went down looking in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, Matty, and he was locked up by a good fastball for strike 3 last time. I'm interested to see if they attack him the same way. Come at him with hard velo late or snap something off in the dirt to see if he'll fish.
今日打ってたっけ？あ、打ってない。
Possible go-ahead runs on first,
はいよ。
one away.
ゲレーロジュニア。
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 27, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Now the 0-1. Boy, he comes back with a beautiful pitch there, and he's
思いっきり
dominating
ボー
this
ルや
at bat. It's 0-2 now.
After that off-balance swing right there, you find yourself down 0-2 and wishing you were back on deck with the donut. Visualizing hitting a home run.
In there, a base hit.
あー、やばいやばいやば
And
い。
with that, the go-ahead runs up to
あれは
second
や
now
ばかっ
with
た。
only one away. Well, when you're going as well as he is, not even a two-strike count is going to get in your way.
Now batting.
Yeah, Matty, he's having a monster
セン
season.
ター
Well
返
over
し。
300. Right there, when you're feeling that confident at the plate, it
さあ、
doesn't
今
matter
日当たってる人
you're
や
willing to go deep and still feel confident.
Here's Randall Grichuk, and it looks like this could be a critical at-bat in this one.
Well, a glance at my scorebook shows they haven't been able to get him
Ah,
out. So this could be a
check it out.
fun at-bat to watch.
Hayes is there now, and he has it, 2 gone. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now. So next to bat will be Bo Bichette. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. First offering. Tellez on second. Guerrero on at first with 2 down. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
He's got a couple of pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. It might be time to take a step back and try to refocus and making some good
さあ、
pitches.
真ん中
3-0 to
今
him
回。
now.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field.
伸びろ。
Santander on the run.
伸び。
And he brings it down to end the inning as the go-ahead run is left stranded. Blue Jays leave a pair. Our score holds at 10 apiece. Oscar Hernandez takes over out in left field after entering the game in a pinch hit role last half inning. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is going to go ahead and stay in the
Guerrero
ball game and play
Jr.
third now.
Number 27, Vladimir Guerrero.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that means Michael Franco, the third baseman,
メジャー
will
や
bat
になる
next.
の
For
か。
the Orioles, the third baseman, Michael Franco.
さあ、7回の裏か。
Look to be a sinker there, up in the zone a bit, but
と
called
に
the
かく
strike.
ゼロにしてくれんとどうしようもねえな、これ。
Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
That'll bring in the versatile Pat Valaika. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. That is fouled away, 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now. Bases are
ギリ
empty,
ギリ
1
入っ
man
た。
out. Lays off 2-2 now.
Don't be surprised if he gets another back foot slider right here. Don't think for a second just because he took the first one that this pitcher won't come back
ギリギリやな。
exactly the same way.
He froze him on the breaking ball that time. Pat Valaika becomes the second out of the bottom of the 7th.
Freddie Galvin.
でもよう見たら普通に入ってるな。
Into the box, Freddie Galvis. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball.
ようやく2アウ
2
ト。
for him to this point.
いやー、際どいな。
Too tight with that one. 3-0.
いやー、入らん。
Well, he knows it, but this is the kind of guy you just have to go right after. He's not the biggest threat with the
いやー、
bat.
そのままやな。
Challenge him right here.
And he lays off ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Number 28.
Now time is called as both guys in the bullpen are ready to go. Here's the first pitch to him. As he'll take a look at his strike on the outside corner. It's
この回は投げてくれんと。
Two out with the possible go-ahead run at first.
ああ、振りよった。完全なクソボールを。ああ、抜けるんかい。やばなってきたな。
Hey, listen, when you have a good sinker, you have to throw it, but he's going to have to get the ball much lower in the zone than that was.
Yeah, from the offensive side, Dan, two-seamer, pitcher, sinker, bowler, what have you, you're looking for that thing to pop out above the belt, and that's exactly what happened right there, miss middle.
このバッターもすごいひげやな。もみあげがつながってるし。メジャー始まったな。
Two balls and a strike to the Orioles leadoff hitter. Two men are on with two men out.
よっしゃ。
He's right there. Throw on to first is going to be in time, and the Orioles threat goes by the wayside as the inning is over. Orioles strand a couple. Our score holds at 10 apiece. Cesar Valdez has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the eighth.
Number 62.
And now Alejandro Kirk. He started out the evening.
さあ、小柄なカークさん。
First pitch of the AB on its way. Edge of the zone, time taken, and ruled a strike. As we near the end of this one, I think it's safe to say that the story of the game has undoubtedly been the long ball. Guys, what do you think about what we've witnessed?
As a former offensive player, I absolutely love it. Kudos to both lineups for doing absolute damage today. One of the most fun watches of the year.
You know, D-Roll, what this shows me is this new age way of guys going up there, and they're swinging hard. You need to make good pitches, quality pitches. And if you don't have command of the fastball, you're in for a long day. And we saw that here this afternoon. The ball flying out at near record pace.
Movement in the Orioles bullpen now as they've got a left-hander up and throwing. Comes set with the 0-1.
Ah, 抜かれた。
Now to the plate here is Jonathan Davis. He went deep earlier, and he's 2-4 at this point. First offering, and he swings right over the top of this one. 0-1. Good.
Yeah,
He takes command. 0-2. There seem to be different philosophies on it. So, Dan, what was your approach in 0-2 counts?
My philosophy is this. I think the last thing you want to do is throw non-competitive.
Press pause is that strike 3. Blue Jays go down in order. Our score holds at 10 apiece. Ready now for Baltimore, Austin Hayes. He'll lead things off against the same reliever that finished off the last inning.
Well, you don't see in this day too many relievers going multiple innings. The guys have to earn that trust from their managers. We'll see how he handles it here.
1 ball, no strikes to count. And this one's down the middle, a ball and a strike.
このバッターまでか。
1-2 now as that one's fouled off.
ああ、間違った。
Into the windup and the pitch. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Springer has a read on it. 1 away.
Now,
again, Ryan Mountcastle. And if you remember, I'm sure he does, he hit a round tripper back in the 4th. Joel Payne the call now, looking to get this one onto the 9th inning without any trouble.
Joel Payne.
first offering on its way.
ああ、全く動かんかった。
Well, I think it's safe to say the ice has melted on this guy. He had been cold coming into this game. But that being his third knock, I guarantee you my man's smiling.
Stepping in now, Trey Mancini, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike.
マンシーニ。ああ、やばいぞ、やばいぞ、やばいぞ。危ね。跳ね返りの予告が出とったけど。ああ、まあこれはしゃあない。ああ、このままやったね。カウント間違えとった。ああ、9回か。なんとか逆転したいな。よっしゃ、止めよった。抜けると思ったね。体で止めよった。
Now it'll be the four-hole hitter, Hernandez. His career numbers in this matchup, he's 0 for 4. Now the first pitch. Committed to that one too soon as it locks him up for strike one.
Boy, that's a jam shot right there. That's as good as it gets, in my opinion. Woo, up and in.
And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike.
You know he's probably cheating on that inside pitch after he got jammed earlier. If you're on the mound right now, you want to try to hit that outside corner, and there's a pretty good chance you'll get him to roll over something.
And this is low, ball 2. 2-1. One out, nobody on.
Ah, mine.
Now here's the pitch. Swing and a
Ah, Franco.
Now into the box.
やばいな、延長いくかもしれん。
Here's the first pitch.
これがなんか全然当たらん。とても速い。ああ、ボールや。
Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. And he fouls this one off. Oh, and 2. Here it is.
なんやかんや1時間24か。Wow.
Started the breaking ball far too inside that time. Laid off for ball 1.
Well, I think that pitch is the result of a lot of foul balls. He might have tried to do a little bit too much with it, trying to get him to swing through it, but it just ended up taking off on him.
The count now at 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Line into left center. And that falls in for a solid base hit, his second of the night.
Man, I thought this at bat was over. Down 0-2.
第2弾来るんか。このまま今可能性もある。
At the plate now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. There are 2 gone and the possible go-ahead run at first. The 0-1.
Wow.
Off wide at first, but boy, that had some zip on it. 2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first.
Oh,
shit. And that's through for another base hit. He'll make it 2 for 2 in this one.
He had him on the ropes right
ずれてるな。
strikes against the batter. Nice 2-strike approach right there. Made a nice 2-strike adjustment.
Randall Grichuk at the plate now. This will lay off a slider too low, ball 1. For his career in this matchup, he's 0 for 5. Tellez over at second. Guerrero at first, 2 out in the inning. And he watches one miss outside.
さあ、打てるか。
Listen, I'm biased to the hitters. This is a situation where you got to be aggressive. He's shaky right now. 2 men on, and now you got a 2-0 count. This is where you want to cap.
いやー、甘いな。
2 balls and a strike.
甘いけど打たれん。
His timing is spot on. His pitching staff's going to have to find a different way of attacking him.
And it's fouled away. The set and the 2-2.
このチェンジがクセモンやな。見逃しても入ってんねんな。 さあ、真ん中来るか。なんか微妙な高さ。どっちとも取れる高さやな。
Over this one foul. We'll do it once more. 3-2. Ready with another 2-strike offering.
いやー、見てもうた。
Here comes a left fielder. He's there to track it down, and that'll end.
いやー、勝ち越せんかったな。
Blue Jays leave a pair. Our score holds at 10 apiece. Frustration boiling over with an opportunity missed. Thursday night baseball rolls on. We'll have more after this. Now to the plate, Michael Franco. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Gotta find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
なんやかんやもう9時やな。打たれたらもうさよならやからな。
Off there, 1-0.
That's a tough call for Blue right there. Either way you call it, somebody doesn't like it. But hey, that's the life of an umpire.
2-0 now. Now here it comes.
Yeah, that's
to left center, and this is going to get down for a leadoff base hit.
さよならのランナー。
Hey, that's a nice piece of hitting right there to put the winning run on base. Interesting here.
バントするんか。
It's an AL game. Let's see
あ、ほんまに来た。
if he plays a little National League style. Maybe
いやー、残念でした。
I don't think so, though. American League, it's nasty. You're trying to try something to gap over.
バント失敗。これで流れ変わるかも。あー、やばい。怖い怖い怖い怖い怖い怖い。危な。
Now batting, catcher.
Next, it'll be Pedro Severino. He can make these fans go nuts and secure the win if he can place a ball deep enough into the gap. No balls and a strike to count. Hit on the ground short. The Shed picks it up cleanly.
甘い。そう、甘い。よう取ったな。
One left for the Orioles. Our score holds at 10 apiece. Tanner Scott takes the mound as he'll be the first man to
ついに延長入ったな。
66. Tanner Scott.
Now at the plate here is Bo Bichette.
ランナー二塁からか。
Here's the first pitch.
ああ、来た来た来た。いきなり勝ち越しや。危な。
Boy, those have to feel really good, D-Ro. You get late in the game, you come up with a
初
big
球を捉え
RBI
る。
hit right here to give your team the lead.
Yeah, no one remembers that ground ball with eyes in the top of the second inning. You want to show up when the game is on the
い
line.
やー、カークさん打ってなかったよな。
Quiet your
見られへ
emotions
ん
down,
か。
take the crowd out.
打ってないな。
And slow yourself down enough to come through, and that's exactly what he
Pinch
did.
hitting for the Blue
Reese
Jays.
McGuire will come on to pinch hit now
ラ
with a
ン
runner
ナー
at
二
first
塁
and
からや
nobody
から
out.
な。難しいな。抑えやってもいいけど。ああ、一人やめとかなあかん。もう一点ぐらい取らんと怖いな。
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. He'll start this one at 269. One home run and a pair of RBIs. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Hey, this guy's so aggressive, I don't think this pitch is anywhere near the zone.
And on two misses with a fastball. Popped
い
up.
やー、キャ
Severino
ッ
has
チャー
the
フライ
play.
か。
Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
The batter number 2. Second
That's
base.
exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the
ボ
ladder.
ール球
and
や
he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop out. Well executed pitch there.
Joe Panic comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Lifetime versus this arm. He's 1 for 3. The 1-0 home. Weak ground back to the mound. Throw not
Wow.
in time to get him, and how about that? An
ボテボテすぎて内野安打。
Boy, when things are good, things are going really good. How about a swinging bunt infield single right there for his
超
third
どん
knock
詰
of
ま
the
りやん。
game, D-Ro.
Yeah, he has to be feeling frisky right now. He's had 2 great at-bats, and then this one, he's 100% on fire. Getting an infield single for his
もう
third
一
knock of the
点
game.
欲しいな。
That's awesome.
In now, Jonathan Davis. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. He's looking for his 3rd hit of the ball game
ス
here.
ライダーツーシームか。
And wow, a very high strike, but a strike nonetheless, and it's 1-1.
Great job
Ah,
of doubling
kinda.
up the fastball inside. A lot of times you'll see a pitcher go in there, but they won't go back in there a second time. This guy's not afraid to pitch inside.
Ball taken there, 2-1 now. From the belt, kicks and deals.
いや
Can't connect there, it's 2-2.
ー、今のもボールか。
That pitch, I can picture being in the box. That pitch looks so good to hit, and why does no one ever get to it? A good executed
No.
fastball usually blows 9
さあ、ボールで来るか、
George Springer
真ん
is
中
on
来る
deck.
か。
And he takes
Ah,
it,
man,
it's
nako.
strike 3 called, and that's as important as they
Yeah.
come there. 2 big outs now.
It's never a good look to
低めいっ
strike out,
ぱいや
but
な。
it's way worse when you deal with a
ちょ
guy
っと低いと思ったけ
Those are
ど
the、times you really want to
ギ
see
リ
a
ギリ
guy
入っ
battle
てる
and
か。
at least put the ball in.
あれで見たら普通に入ってる。感覚的に低く見えたけど、あれで見たらそうでもないの。えらいくるくるするな。あー、ボールや。くるくるタイム。あー、決まった。クソボールを。これもやばかったけどな。さあ、どうしようかな。抑えがするか。難しいとこやな。いきなり二塁やからな。歩かすのもありやけど、難しいな、これ。準備はできてるとはいえ、1点差やからな。あー、抜けるんかい。やばいぞ、やばいぞ。ランナー溜めた方がええかもしらんな。守りにくいな。やっぱ打ち寄ったな。満塁にしてからの守りに入った方がええかも。歩かすか。申告敬遠。ランナー埋めてピッチャー変えるか。ノーアウト満塁。誰が来ても結局むずいからな。最後は抑えでいくか。これで打たれりゃしゃあないな。ノーアウト満塁。打たれりゃもうさよならのピンチやからね。うわー、怖い。振り方が怖いな。今日また当たってるからな。あーっと、できればホームで刺したいけど、三振してくれりゃ一番いいけど。あーっと、結構振ってくれるな。このまま三振せんかな。あーしゃー、ギリギリ入った。一番ええとこ投げたな。さあ、ワンアウト。これダブルプレイで終われるは理想か。うわーっと怖い。ヒヤヒヤもんやな。あー、怖いな。さあ、三振するか。あーしゃー。一番打ちにくい場所。あそこ投げられたらほんま打てんな。自分でも打たれへんな。一番ええとこ投げた。見逃しても入ってるし、打ちに行っても当てにくいし。あれ見逃したボールか。振ってまうわな、あれは。さあ、あとワンアウト。あー、怖いな。うわぁ、ね。 なんとか勝った。逃げ切り成功や。ヒヤッとしたな。満塁策成功やな。早めに書いとくか。
This evening, for my partners Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB Network. Good night, everybody.
同じようなところ、数字もバグりまくってんの。どっちが正しいかはようわからん。コロコロコロコロ。9時8分か。なんとか連勝やな。連敗からの連勝。で、またレイズ3連戦か。5.5 離れてんか。借金が12か。さあ、では。